Hello, everybody. Today's Mindset Monday is what you focus on expands. If you've been through Ninja installation, you probably remember this term, what you focus on expands. Today, I want to explore with you where we're putting that focus and how to use that focus to help us all achieve better success and really ultimately our definition of success. There's a book by a guy named John Assaraf called The Answer, and he discusses with it. In the book, he discusses our non-conscious brain and how that's constantly driving most of our decisions. When we drive a car, for example, we don't have to think about driving that car, we just do it. Our non-conscious brain is basically our autopilot. This is what controls our habits, our belief systems, both our empowering belief systems and also our self-limiting belief systems, both of which were instilled in us when we were little kids, usually probably by the age of 5 or 6. It's a filter basically that tells us whether something is possible or impossible. The good news is that with some effort, we can manipulate those self-limiting beliefs and basically trick our brains into thinking that something is possible that we may otherwise have thought we'd be unlikely to achieve. There's an experiment that NASA did where they put astronauts in a set of mirrored glasses that basically turned their world upside down. They wore these 24 hours a day for 3 or 4 weeks. These astronauts completely lost their autopilot, right? They were forced to stop and think about every task they did, from brushing their teeth to walking to pouring coffee. But the cool part is what happened after 3 or 4 weeks, their world turned back right side up, right? Their brain created a new pathway and basically said, this is a new normal, and the world's turned straight. It reprogrammed their autopilot, their non-conscious brain. Part of the brain that does this is called the reticular activating system. And when reinforced consistently for 3 or 4 weeks, it can create these new pathways and these new non-conscious beliefs, which ultimately give our minds a new normal that can override those self-limiting beliefs. So if you think about the last time you bought a car, you felt like that car was unique. Probably not many people had it. But every day you go to get in that car, you park in the grocery store, you visualize where you parked it, you're thinking about it, you're focusing on it, and it becomes part of your non-conscious brain. But that's when you begin seeing that everybody has that car, right? There's so many of them out there, same make, same model, sometimes the same color. You might even go in the grocery store parking lot and try to get in the wrong one at some point. You're not, obviously people just didn't go out and buy those right when you did. They were always there, but you're just seeing them because you're spending your energy focusing on it, and it's programming the reticular activating system part of your brain. So the same thing can occur, right, with your mindset, your sphere, your opportunities. So I would ask yourself these 5 questions. One, which 5 people am I spending the most time? Are they positive or negative influence on me? Do they reinforce my self-limiting beliefs or challenge me to overcome those? Number 2, what kind of media am I consuming on a daily basis? Are they thought-provoking books, negative news, mindless TV? Number 3, what are my first thoughts when I wake up each morning? Are they gratitudes? Does my mind jump to all the things that must be done? Number 4, do I spend a few minutes each day visualizing or writing down where I want to be in a month or a year? And number 5, if somebody tells me that I can double my income or production in the next year, what does that little voice inside my head say? Does it say, yeah, of course I can, or no way in hell, right? So I'll wrap up by challenging you to do these 3 things. 1, start each day with gratitude. The same part of your brain that manages negative emotions like guilt and shame is also the same part of your brain that controls gratitude. It can't do both at the same time. So if you fill it with gratitude, just like filling your car with a tank of gas, if you fill that tank with gratitude first thing in the morning and then refill it throughout the day, you force those other negative emotions out. Number 2, focus on the people in your database and your warm list, and they will expand. When you focus on the people with whom you want to be around, they will begin to show up in other areas of your life, just like all those cars you see. Number 3, daily written affirmations, 25 times each day for 30 days. Fair warning, this is way harder than it seems, but I promise you, if you stick to it, you'll see some good results. Basically what this does is if you take and write down 25 times in the format, I enjoy receiving blank, and write that down 25 times on the same sheet of paper every single day, do it first thing in the morning, you're starting to reprogram your brain, you're reprogramming that autopilot, and just pick a goal that you want to hit, by the end of next year. So let me know how that goes for you. I look forward to hearing about it, and thanks for watching.